But then slowly he has to go, so slowly start packing things. So more important things and all which are there, he just packs and transport them to Mizoram. It goes by transport. Other things which are essential, which are little bit, he keeps them. And slowly, slowly they are also packed. And finally, our Gurudev used to say, he takes his last cup of tea with the neighbor only. He has packed everything. He says bye-bye, and then he goes there. But when he goes there, he takes his own time to unpack. So similarly, a person who dies, before dying, slowly we pack up all these things. As we approach death, our senses start packing up. Eyes start seeing less and less. Ears start hearing less. So all packing starts taking place. Like, क्या हो रहा है? Packing हो रही है. I mean, it's quite interesting, fun, no? Life and death also can be fun. So one packs everything. And then when one is born, immediately all the unpacking has not taken place. So slowly and steadily things get unpacked. The child start using the senses, then the mind, the intellect and all. So antakale, when we, at the time of death, what determines our next birth, or what determines our future? In the scripture, in the Upanishad also it is said, our last conviction or the thought processes which are there in our mind, it determines our future journey, future destination. So Bhagavan here very clearly says, Antakalicha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram, one who at the time of death thinking and remembering me alone, mam eva means alone, me alone, remembering me alone, one who muktva, one who drops or give up kalevaram, this body, one who leaves this body only remembering me with full attention and focus only on me, one who leaves this body, yap prayati, one who lives, dies, sa mad bhavam yati, he comes to attain my nature. He becomes one with me. He is no longer born again and again. He transcends all this samsara, becomes free of all bondage. Sa mad bhavam yati, he gains my nature. He becomes one with me. He comes to recognize me. Really? He says, na atra samshayaha. He says, don't keep any doubt about this. You might not understand it completely, but na asti atra samshaya. There is no doubt about this. It is 100% true. In the Upanishad it is said, Yamati sa gatir bhavet, yathamati tatha gati. Yamati sa gatir bhavet, as our mati, so our gati. Now see, there is one thing is that at the time of death, means at the time of death, what type of convictions we die with. What is our deepest thoughts and deepest emotions and deepest understanding of ourselves and God and our life, that will determine our future. It's like suppose now all of you have come here. Now somewhere during the day you had taken the decision to come here. Or maybe not today, maybe a few days back. Or maybe last month. I don't know when you had taken the decision. Each one of us have taken the decision at different time. Somebody might have taken just last minute. Chalo chalte, I what to do, chalo. When you take that decision, that is your conviction. That is your determining factor. At the last minute, when you just leave your home and all, you might have different thoughts. That doesn't matter because those thoughts are not important. Those thoughts are not determining your destination. Your destination was determined by the decision which you took of coming here. And the stronger the decision, stronger the conviction, the more likely you will come here. If it is a vague, let us start moving in that direction. If I reach, very good, otherwise I'll end up somewhere else. Very interesting. So, similarly, a person at the time of death may be unconscious, maybe in the dying in accident, maybe some other in the hospital or whatever. But before going into that state, what is his firm conviction? What is his firm understanding? That will determine the future birth. Not exactly the point of, because at that point there might be some other thought. There might be some any other thing like. One may be thinking, "Arey, ye doctor who brought me to this hospital?" Or some other thought might be there. But if I have this firm conviction that I am that Brahma, that firm conviction that I and God are one, firm conviction that my real nature is beyond all time, beyond all space, it doesn't undergo any modification and change, that essentially I and Brahma are one alone. That firm conviction, if it is there, and at the time of death, if one can remember it and totally focus on it, then one dies, one becomes one with that Supreme. It's like that final meditation. See, every day we might meditate, but again come back. Our meditation is also like a journey. But this is a final meditation wherein we intensely think about that supreme reality as our own self. So mam eva, that word eva is very important. One can take help of Bhagwan's name, Om, or Ram, to help us to remember. See, name is to help us to remember. Or we can take a form, we can have some form so that we can remember. It's just a help for the memory. So with that remembrance, when one leaves this body, Bhagavan says, you will attain me. Yap prayati samad bhavam yati na asti atra samshayaha. But to reach this state, one has to do lot of sadhana throughout one's life. Because to get certain conviction, it takes its own time. All of us sitting here, we have our own convictions. What we are convinced about is what we are. We are what we are, our convictions are. Not what our philosophy, not what our thoughts, not what our emotions. What are our deepest convictions? That is our determining factor. That is the seed. That is our seed. Like a seed is there, suppose a seed of some tree, and you what you call modify that seed or slightly change its shape and all, but still that seed has got its own intrinsic conviction. Suppose two similar looking seeds, slightly different, and you थोड़ा सा polish करके उनको दोनों को सरीका बनाया अच्छा, and then you put it. ये तो गुलाब का है और ये पता नहीं कहीं का है, लेकिन दोनों अभी same दिखते हैं. You put it, that fellow will not give rise to gulab. It will not bloom as rose, but it will have its own conviction, own impressions. So similarly, our deepest convictions are our seed. And when we die, our seed remains. And based on that seed, we get another plant, we get another birth. So if we are convinced that I am that Brahma, when I die, then I become one with Brahma. Then I don't have to specially meditate and all. Death itself is the process of meditation. My attention gets dropped from world My attention get dropped from all body, my attention get dropped from all the thoughts and emotions and everything, and I become one with my own real nature. So antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram ya prayati sa madbhavam yati. He attains me, na asti atra samshayaha. So in this way, in this 3 verses, Bhagwan gave the reply to all questions of Arjuna. But this last question he then elaborates in the following verses also. Goes into finer details that we will see tomorrow. It's a very interesting topic, so don't miss. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.